Good evening, tracker fans. So this is our latest stay. This weekend we're at Burford Caravan and Motorhome club site between Oxford and Cheltenham. We're in Oxfordshire, slightly nearer Oxford than Cheltenham. So we came up Friday night, and this morning. Saturday. This morning we went to parkrun at Witney, which is about a 15-minute drive away. For those that do parkrun, a really lovely course, a 3-lapper, a lap round the playing field, and then 2 bigger laps, which include the playing field and down through some woods. It's really pretty, a little bit hilly, quite muddy. So if it's wet, it would be really, really muddy. We had a bit of rain here during the week, so it was slightly. I had road shoes on, so slightly slippery, but doable. But really, really nice. Lots of parking. They park on the industrial estate next door. We had a lovely big space, so easy to park the tracker. And there's a cafe just down the road, but there was a really long queue. So we went into Bryce Norton and found a cafe opposite a pub. Well, the cafe's got parking, but it was quite full of cars with kids playing football and stuff. But we parked in the pub opposite, which wasn't open at that time. So again, easy parking for the van, and then a lovely little cafe and no queue. So that was really good. We then came back to the campsite. So standard kind of caravan and motorhome club site. Really good for being in the winter because they've got lots of hard standings, lots of electric hookups. Really good facilities as always, hot showers, clean toilets. So we tend to use these sites a lot during the winter because they're open all year, and really, really good to use. I actually use the shower in the van. I love the shower in the van. I really love using the shower. I know some people don't use their showers in their vans, but I love our shower. It works really well. The water's lovely and hot. We've paid to have electric, so use it. So that was good. We had an experience last night actually talking about electric. So we'd had our heater on full blast. I think the first time we've used it on electric, maybe. We've used it on gas before. It was quite cold last night, so we had the heater on. It tripped the electric. So we've got electric point over here. It tripped the electric. We hadn't really realised until the heater got off and it got a bit cold in the van. So why is that gone off? It turned out it tripped the electric. I realised this morning actually we'd also had the hot water on, so the hot water boiler was on, so that I think the combination probably tripped it. I think the hot water boiler is 1.2 kilowatts and the hot air heating on full is 3 kilowatts, so it was too much for the electric point on the site. But there were 3 settings on the heater. So we knocked it down to 2 and it was fine. I think 2 is 1.5 kilowatts and then setting 1 is 750 watts, so it halves each time. So that worked really well, and also it's much quieter. It's quite noisy on full power, like a bit like a mini jet engine, whereas on setting 2, so 3 is full power. Setting 2, it was nice and quiet, kind of in the background. It takes a bit warmer to heat up, but I think it's quite a nice fan speed and temperature. And also, it didn't get too hot in the shower room then, because on full blast, the vent that's in the shower room gets it like a sauna. So that was quite good. Anyway, I digress slightly and talked about electric. So this afternoon, then we went into Cheltenham. We drove into Cheltenham, right into the city centre. First car park. We'd already checked there was no height barrier, so we knew we could get into it, but it was tight getting in. And then there were no spaces; it was full. There were people just driving around. And then Julie very quickly found another car park without a height barrier just around the corner, and we tucked ourselves up in a corner, which was really good. And I find you have to you can fit into a normal space. You might overhang slightly, but it's sometimes getting out of the space if the aisle isn't that wide, and you get cars parked either side of you, can then be tricky to get out of your space. There's not enough space to come out and turn. But we tucked ourselves up in the corner in a place where there was actually a nice big aisle, So easy to get out of. So no problem so far parking. We always manage to find somewhere. Just have to be a bit patient. I mean, it's 6 meters long. But quite often in supermarket car parks, there's spaces you can overhang the back over a verge, or take up 2 spaces. And supermarket car parks, they don't really care. But this was a pay by phone car park. But found a nice space. That was really good. So yeah, no problems parking the Trekker X so far, which is good because it's a metre longer than our T6 was. Metre longer, metre taller, a little bit wider. But no problems driving, parking, or anything with it yet. So we're super pleased with it. Really pleased. There's pizza this evening on the site, but we've eaten at lunchtime. But typical kind of Caravan and Motorhome Club site. On a Friday last night they had fish and chips, which we didn't have. We had steak in the van last night. And then tonight it's pizza. So they're visiting caterers, so it's pizza tonight. I don't know whether that carries on through the whole winter, but it's nice to have something on site if you don't want to cook. And then tomorrow we're off to Cotswold Wildlife Park, which is just over the road from this campsite. And I'd assumed it was kind of native animals, but it turns out they've got giraffes and, I want to say lions, it might be tigers, zebras, all sorts of things in there, penguins. So it's not just birds and stuff, it's all sorts. So looking forward to that. It's just across the road from here. Literally go out this exit and straight across into the entrance. So that should be good. And then home from there. And then next weekend we're away again. No, we're not. Next weekend I'm doing Great South Run. But we will be in the van on the Sunday morning having breakfast and stuff and getting changed afterwards and showered in Portsmouth. And then the following week we're then away. It's our wedding anniversary. And we are down at Black Knoll in the forest near Brockenhurst. And actually, we get a free night. Because the club are giving away 1 night free. I have no idea why, but we've taken it, so that's good. That's pretty much then paid for the membership for the year, so worth having. And then we'll carry on through the winter. Probably staying lots of these kinds of sites because they're great for the winter. Great facilities and easy to use and hard standing and open all the time. So that's it for now. Trekker fans, take care. Bye.